cook it up. What? Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video is just going to be kind of a quick overview of the things I do to get ready for a busy week ahead, to stay on track. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's get started. So if you don't know, I run a cookie decorating business out of my house, and holidays are the busiest time because of pre-orders specifically. So I offer pre-order cookie sets that people can order ahead of time. And then for pretty much a week straight, I'm just working on these cookies, getting them all baked, based, and detailed. And then Trevor packages them up, and then we have 3 days of pickups. So it is a very busy time around Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Valentine's Day. Those are the ones we usually do every year, but that means that the week of is very busy and pretty stressful. And I've really learned a few different things that have helped me to stay on track with my weight loss journey through those weeks, because it is really easy to get off track and want to just eat out every day or just not stay up with all of the things that I've been doing in my normal routine. So the first thing I did to get started is I cleaned out the fridge, and I made sure to get it just nice and organized and kind of see what ingredients I had. We actually recently went grocery shopping, so I didn't need much. A lot of times I like to make sure I get a good grocery trip in before pre-order week. We had recently gotten a lot of stuff, so I'm actually going to be prepping a good amount of it today, because that's the next thing that really helps me stay on track. After getting the kitchen organized and set up for the week, I like to have ingredients prepped or different like meals, stuff like that. So I'm going to get a little bit more into that. But before I do that, just a couple more things. Another thing that really helps me is to make sure, like I said, we went shopping and got all the ingredients we need, but also just having snacks on hand, because a lot of times I do find like in the morning I'll just get started working and not eat something, but it'll help me to have some snack options. So I have all my snacks stocked. I got my Fiber One bars for 2 points, my Soli gummies for when I want to snack on like candy, especially when I'm working in a kitchen and around food. It is very tempting and I get hungry a lot of the time. So having some good snacks is a good option. I also have my chicken sticks, some One bars, just some different things to make sure that I'm staying on track and not reaching for a bag of chips every time or stuff like that. These are some filling snacks that make me feel satisfied, and it's just important that I have them, especially this upcoming week. One thing that's also really important for me during pre-order week is to really try to stick to my normal schedule when it comes to going to the gym. I never ever try to like push my work through the gym and miss my workout, because my workout is so important to me during those weeks, especially just as like a release from everything. It helps me get my mind off things and get some stress out usually. So I always make sure that, especially during pre-order week or like a busy work week, my workouts really are a priority, as long as I'm getting everything done and still getting rest. So that might mean less time on my phone, which usually during pre-order week, I don't have much time to be just like watching TV and stuff like that. That's why I like to do that on different weeks. Like I said, I really have a packed week during this time, and so making sure that I'm getting enough rest is also a priority. And again, I don't spend much time cooking during pre-order week because I have a lot of stuff prepped, which I'm gonna go ahead and go into in a sec, but making sure I just really am good about my time management, having balance, but still making my workouts a priority. So anyway, then the most important thing for me is definitely to have ingredients prepped. I talk about this all the time. Meal prepping is helpful for some people and they enjoy the same meal over and over again, but I just can't usually stick with meal prepping because I get really burned out, and I don't know, I just find it doesn't work for us. We've tried it many times and we have found that actually prepping individual ingredients works better. So I actually just made a veggie mix yesterday. I'm not going to be making that, but I will link my video in the description below, the recipe how I make my veggie mix, so I'll have that linked. But what I am going to be making today, So I guess it's not technically an ingredient with the egg bake I'm making, but I'm gonna be using some leftover things just to throw together an egg bake. That way I can throw it in the fridge or the freezer, and then I have an easy breakfast every morning. Sometimes I'll take it out and put it on toast. Sometimes I'll just have it with a banana. It just depends how I'm feeling, but it is a filling breakfast that has a lot of protein. And so I'm gonna be using the rest of these simply shredded hash brown potatoes. I'm gonna use a bunch of eggs. I have some chicken sausage I need to use up, an onion that I'm gonna cut up, a red pepper, some spinach that I definitely need to use, and then some mushrooms. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that all together and throw it in a big ceramic dish and just bake it. And then that way, like I said, I could usually get like 8 or 10 servings out of it, and then both of us have a breakfast. Adam can take it to work as well, so it's really convenient for us. Then the next thing I'm gonna be making is just some bacon. So I just like to have bacon prepped in the fridge. It'll be in a black container. Usually what I do is I just throw it on a foiled tray like this, pop it in the oven, and then I turn the oven to 400. I bake the bacon, and then once it's cooled, I just put it in a black container, and then it's in the fridge. I can grab 1 to 2 pieces at a time to add to my breakfast, or to have like a wrap for lunch, or add it to a bowl. So just another convenient ingredient. Like I said, I have the veggie mix already made. Actually, Trevor already prepped our rice for the week, so he made rice yesterday. So we've got like 3 containers of jasmine rice prepped in there. That way I can use it for bowls. That's something I always make sure that I have during pre-order week, because I make a lot of bowls during that time. And then the last thing that I'm gonna be making today is actually chili. So again, I look at it as more of an ingredient. I guess it is a meal, you can have it plain, but I like to use it to make nachos or chili mac and cheese, or even just like a burrito. There's so many different things you can do with chili. So what I do is I'm gonna use some 99% lean ground turkey. I've got all my beans. I've got kidney, pinto, and black beans, some tomatoes, some corn, tomato sauce, some chili packets, and an onion. And I'm gonna go ahead and get that all prepared, cook it all up, and I will actually have the chili recipe in my description below as well. But that way I'll get like 8 containers of chili, and it's another convenient thing. Adam can even just bring it plain to lunch, or we use it for dinners a lot of the time for different things, like I said, even chili dogs. We like to make chili dogs a lot, but that'll be the plan. Like I said, I already have the veggie mix prepped and the rice, so those are kind of the basics, but this covers a lot of stuff. I can throw together ingredients. I've got some chicken sausage, some grilled chicken, and I actually still have some leftover shredded taco chicken in the fridge. So those are other things that I can use to build meals off of. And overall, having different things like this prepped in the fridge has been so helpful during busy times like this. And I do prep this stuff throughout the week on normal weeks, but I'm just talking about specifically pre-order week. I get this stuff done early so that I have it just all ready for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I get this stuff prepped. Okay, so here is everything that I have finished prepping for this week. I'm feeling really good. I'm really excited, and everything smells really good, so we're hungry right now. But this is the egg bake that I made. This came out to 8 even slices, and each slice comes out to 2 points. If you have 2 slices, you get a point back for veggies, but I guess if you have 1 slice, it's not a full cup of veggies. But What I like to do usually is I just heat one up and I like to put it on 2 pieces of toasted Ezekiel just to make like an easy breakfast sandwich, and that way it's a little bit more filling. It's also just good plain, and I also like to just have things on the side like a banana or something like that. So different things I can do with that. I made some bacon. I'm going to be using this for different bowls and wraps throughout the week. I actually want to do a Cobb salad rice bowl, so I need to hard boil some eggs. I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm actually just going to throw them in the air fryer, and then I can keep them in the fridge after that, so those will be ready as well. I got 8 servings, although we just want a small cup right now, so I added a little more to the other ones, but each serving comes out to a point, and we will just have these in the containers in the fridge. I use them to make, like I said, chili mac, or even just have as a plain bowl of chili, or on a chili dog. I made sure to buy hot dogs so that we can make chili dogs. And then I also realized we had some bananas that I needed to freeze, so I chopped up those and I just put them flat in a freezer bag like this. That way I have them for my protein shakes for the week, because that's another convenient thing that I can just have after the gym really quick, so I can start working on stuff and drink that, and then after a little bit I'll make breakfast. Okay, and then actually one more thing I thought of that I wanted to show. I made us a creamy so that we have some dessert for the week. We've been really liking the Fairlife 2% reduced fat chocolate milk. It's lactose free. And usually I mash a banana with it, but I didn't even do that this time. I just put a cup in here and I'm gonna go ahead and freeze it, and then we can add our mix-ins in. So that's just another thing that's prepped. We have dessert ready for the week. Okay, so wrapping it up, some of the things that just really help me to get prepared before a busy week. Like I said, these are some things that I do throughout the week usually, but I like to just do them in one day when I'm getting ready for a busy week of pre-orders, because then I'm not worrying about it throughout the week. Everything is just ready in the fridge. So cleaning the fridge was really important, and then having a bunch of ingredients prepped. Like I said, I already have rice, I already have veggie mix, and now I have a bunch of other stuff to add to the mix. Also having all the snacks ready that I like to eat, and making sure that we had a good grocery trip before really helps out. That way, really, it takes me like 5 to 10 minutes to assemble bowls or wraps a lot of the time, and that way we can still have filling meals. We aren't tempted with like takeout or carry out food, and it just really helps me stay on track during my busy times, because there can be times where I am working nonstop for like 13 hours and I just totally lose track of time when that happens, because I'm really focused and I like to just get all my work done at once when it comes to pre-orders. So it really helps to have this stuff ready. And it's convenient because then Adam can take it to work with him as well. It's prepped for him, easy for him to just throw in a container or bag and bring with him to work. So anyway, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.